morning. It is the 3rd of July on Friday. Uh, Hope everybody's well. Little bonus round charting here for you this morning because that's what I do. I've been talking a lot about these staples, and I've been pretty bullish about it. All right, we did have a pullback a little bit on those XLPs. They had pulled back for us, and here they come right back up again. All right, so I'm gonna go through some inside months here, okay, and I'm gonna give you some opinions of what I think about that day and that week is trying to turn that one into a two, okay. So I'm going to go through the first things first. There is, I'm going to tell you right now, approximately 22 stocks in the staples are inside month. Okay. And I've got a good handful of stocks that are two up on the month and two up on the week. All right. What do I got there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. About 10. All right. 10 that have taken month up and week up. All right. So I'm not really going to talk about those. We're going to talk about the ones that are inside and then see where the weak is. Okay. Because we could be seeing some 1-1s. All right. So now we're only 2 days into the new month. All right. So be aware that this is the first 2 days of our month on XLP on the daily here. That's a nice move. All right. 2-2 up after the puke down. All right. And what would I have been saying? Buy the staples when they come inside. All right. We buy them on weakness. This was some weakness down here, guys. We got down to 82.16. Okay. I know it's difficult to but when I see days down that are down 1% or maybe close to 1 or 2% to the downside, I'm nibbling. All right, I'm nibbling. And again, we're going to talk about the strat a lot more. And one of the things that Rob really worked on a lot was about full time frame continuity and how to get into a winning position and having it creating and then maybe possibly going up to that broadening formation where it starts to make those moves. Okay, a lot of stuff gets triangled out all day long. One of the things that Rob did not discuss, and I had many fights with him about this one, is the fact that he never really gave us any clarity on how to create a position. He would say create a position, put a stop in, and let it go. And in some cases, he would say, put it down a penny. And then, we, in a practical world, okay, that's very difficult to do, okay, because you're going to be butting your head out, butting your head out, butting your head all the time, and we know that. All right. Um, but I have a different perspective on that. All right. So now the staples. The reason why I think the staples are going to get better is because we got a new Fed guy in. I don't see I don't see inflation going much higher here from where we are. All right. That's why some of these stocks that are inside there, a lot of them are kind of tied into food. All right. So things that are tied into food, you're going to have to be more patient with. All right. Just in this last week, we had a couple of moves. Kellogg went up, General Mills and Post went up. All right. It's like they're going after the cereal. So it's telling me that their margins are starting to get a little bit better. Okay. And a very little bit will make up a big difference. on that one, okay? Same thing with food, and we're going to talk about. I don't think I have those guys inside. Yeah, I got both. I got Tyson and I got Pilgrim Fried Chickens. All right. So the food you got to be a little bit more careful with, um, because that group. Now things like let's talk real quick about the ones that are going up. Okay, Colgate. Okay, that's not food. All right, look at Colgate. This thing's moving. 2-2 up. Continuation of the highs. You're going back up to the highs. You're going up to about 99.80. I believe that's going up to all-time highs there. All right. So looking real good here. Should be able to go out and triangle out this month and year. All right. And then see what we go after that next year. All right. See the staple? We already saw with the inflation coming down. With the inflation going up, right? Margins were getting squeezed by Colgate, and then we got that 2-2 strong back up at the beginning of the year, and they triangled it almost all of it out. Could it? That would have been amazing if it would have been able to take all that out. All right. So just giving you the gist of it, right? Kimberly Clark. You're gonna need donut. You're gonna need. I'm sorry. You're gonna need diapers. 2-2 up on the highs here already. 2-2 up on Kimberly Clark moving. Okay, not really tied to food. All right. DLTR and Dollar Tree is 2 up here, and we're 2 up on the week, and we're 2 up on the month. All right. I don't know if DG might be stuck inside. Yeah. So DG is still in my other list here. So looking for, and you're not really moving in there. I don't know how I got that one on my list, but it's not even in there. I just poked that one in. All right. So Coca-Cola sitting on all-time highs right now. Are we going to $100? I got a good friend of mine that worked for Coca-Cola for a great amount of years. So I'm always kind of picking his brain and stuff. He's retired now, but he's holding this Coca-Cola stock, and he wants Coca-Cola to go stock because he wants that stock to go higher. I think you get a little lift right now with the FIFA World Cup going on there too. They've been posting some nice commercials and things like this. So have a Coke and a smile. The good thing about owning Coca-Cola is like a stock that we call it's a moat stock, if you know what that means. So if you ever seen like in old times, they have a castle and then they have a moat around it, which means you can't get to it without going into the moat, which is water. But they have drawbridges so you can get in and out. That's what Coca-Cola is. Okay, it's untouchable. All right, Coca-Cola is going to be here forever. It's also gonna move up and down. But Coca-Cola is now experiencing something that they haven't been here. I mean, I'm sure they've been to highs before, but this is a pretty big move here for Coca-Cola. All right, so is there more room? We got no magnitudes to embrace anymore. All right, so all we can do is drive the triangles and then see if we can get some kind of idea as to where Coke wants to go. All right, so that one's better here. That General Mills, I talked about that one. 2-2 up on the month here. We had a gapper on Wednesday, right? So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday was the first. Okay. So here we are with the gap up, and so there are 2 up on General Mills there. KBUE. This is healthcare, like health and body. 2-2 up, 2-2 up. See them? They've already kind of moved for us there, guys. All right, McCormick, you're gonna need some spices. 2-2 up on the month, 2-2 up in the week. So we've got a roadmap for the rest of these guys if they want to step into the light. 2 up there, 2 up there. Cisco food delivery. Okay, that's telling you something. Okay, Cisco's margins are getting a little bit better. Okay, they're delivering food. All right, price of goods should start to decline, and it's going to be very, very slow, but it's going to make a big incremental move on the stocks. All right, so Cisco, keep an eye on that one. And that's it. That's it for that one. MNST. Now I'm going to go through these. I don't want to take too much time. Monster, two up on the two up on the two up on the. All right, continuation to the upside, all new highs. Monster, I see people drinking it everywhere. I do. I do. So, Monster. All right, let's go through some names here, and then we'll see if there's any ways that we can start to turn these guys that I'm about to talk about start to look like those guys that we just talked about. Archer Daniels Midland here is an agricultural stock. All right, agricultural stock inside here on Archer Daniels Midland. Still having problems. Agricultural, right? Seed is expensive. There's been no really relief here. Chinese don't buy soybeans from us anymore. Archer Daniels Midland is feeling that pain. All right. 2-1 in here. This one we'll see. Hence the reason why she's not moving here. All right. So 3-1 inside. You do have an outsider with the 3-1 inside. We'll see, and we'll see what the new month is bringing. It's early on in the month. All right. But you do have a 2-1 that looks like it might want to start to move up to the upside. But as you can see, the days has not shown us anything. So be very careful with that one. Sorry, Amazon. Amazon with the inside month just can't get it going. Okay. Just things are not moving for them well still. All right. Cost of goods. All right. Trying to be competitive with Walmart. Trying to be competitive with Target. Trying to be competitive with Costco. All right. These guys they're all beating each other up. All right. So 2-2 up on that on the week, and it came back in. I just don't like it right now. It doesn't look like it's going to get outside month. This thing might not get better till the third quarter. All right. We'll see about that one. Amazon. How about the bleach? The bleach went screaming during COVID. 2 up on the week, but stuck inside the month. All right, so see if Clorox can get this going here. You're going up against a big battle here right now. All right, so be patient with this one as well. Clorox could easily kind of fall apart again here. All right, we'll see about Clorox. I'm not so sold on that one. Dollar General, yes. All right, 2 down on the month. That's right. Okay. You got a shooter, you got a hammer coming up on the weekly. What's the one thing that we know to be true about Dollar General? Well, we know that it's an insider on the week. We also know that we made the lower low on the month, which means we can engulf the month and get back up to 157. All right, so keep an eye on that one. Plenty of time for that to happen. Because we're only 2 days in. That's a pretty bold call, but definitely I'm watching the staples. All right, Estee Lauder, consolidating for a long time now. 32 days or 24 days, something like that. 24, 25 days, something like that. All right, finishes the week with a nice hammer coming back up. I don't like the wick on it, but it's a hammer up anyway. All right. 2 up on the day here. Pivot machine gun, if you can. Try to get up into this area right here. I still think you're going to have some troubles with that one, especially while you're trapped inside this month. Now, this is only 2 days, but that's pretty good 2 days, right? It was the 2-2 day, all right? It was up. I mean, it finished the day red. Sellers kind of took control here. It'd be interesting to see how Estee Lauder comes out of this on Monday and see if if the continuation with the selling pressure keeps coming down, then you could see that triangle back out again on Estee. All right, Estee Lauder there. All right, so we'll see about that one. And then Ralph Lauren is another one. I don't think Ralph Lauren's inside there though. All right, so Estee Lauder. I'll get a little faster here. Hurl. So Hurl food. All right. Hormel comes out of a can. All right. 2488 coming back in. You got an inside week and you got an inside month. All right. So with the inside week and the inside month coming down here, no patience. I mean, sorry, no hurry on anything here. All right, there's your 2 days. Hasn't showed us anything for the month right here. That is stuck, nothing going on. All right, Hormel coming down on the 4 hour right now. So Hormel just not just maybe just not getting what it needs to get here right now. All right, we'll see. We'll see with this one. With your stuck inside the week and just follow the weeklies and watch where they go. Okay, that's what we do. All right, so hurl. After you eat it, you hurl. Hershey. Um, price of cocoa is a little higher right now. And that's what's been holding down on Hershey. Now the price of coffee has been dropping, but dark chocolate is still, you know, it's a great thing to have in the morning. The good dark chocolate with some coffee, you get a lot of energy. Um, inside 2-1 inside, guys. 2-1 inside on the weekly here. So Hershey could get it going here. Inflation is still kind of hurting Hershey. All right. And that shows by that inside month. So you're gonna have to be patient with Hershey here. All right. It could take that 2-1-2 and start to trigger it and then really start to start moving at the 193 area. Um, I just don't see that happening right now, even with that 2-1-2 up. Okay. Because you're gonna have to trigger here to 192. So 192 is all the way back up in here, man. Right there. 187. This guy? Yeah. What's this guy at? Yeah, right here. All right. 193 dead even. You got to get through him. All right. At 193. Okay. So it looks like he could get through all this, but that's going to be the bigger climb. All right. So Hershey, we'll keep an eye on it. Hi, what nice start to the 2 month. 2 day up. All right, that's pretty good. I'll take that. uh, KDP is Dr. Pepper and Keurig. Keurig, what happened there? Dr. Pepper bought Keurig. I think that's the case. Back down here, stuck inside the month here. This thing's a little bit better here too. Just here you are. All right, these two need to get straightened up. All right, and we'll see. These down here, or down here at least, um, they pull some of the more buttons for us to get into positions on, but we want to be really concerned with what's going on up here. All right, so stuck in here right now. All right, so stalled out here as well. All right, so I see stalled out everywhere here, and there's your week with a 2-1-2, a 2-1-3. So engulfed a little bit there. We'll see. It's going to be inside there, and it's going to be stuck inside there. All right, could be a 1. Could be a 1 for a while in there, the way that thing's going. Mondelez, all right, we're going to need some Oreo cookies. Um, I think the margins are getting better for these guys too, slightly. All right, but the slight, again, a little tweak is a big thing. All right. So 2-2 back up here. Nice hammer up on the week here on Mondelez for the cookies. Um, you know, people are going to start buying them again. They want to buy them, but they can't afford to buy them. Like sometimes I'm there and I'm like, I really want to get Oreo cookies, but so it's like, nah, I just can't do it. All right. So I think that will start to again. I don't see inflation going any higher. Okay, and we're damn near like probably a little over 3% right now. All right. I just if we start to climb above that, then things are going to get really weird. All right. So start being stagflation. So watch the 10-year and watch the dollar. All right, stagflation. Watch out for that. All right, so Mondelez, here we are. All right, pretty decent week. I gotta say, nice Momo hammer there. See if anything can Mondelez can get that group going. All right, Pepsi should be there. Outside on the week and looking to trigger month up. All right, so we got to get to 147.58. There we go. Got to get to here once 147.58. So that would be our target next to the move to the upside. See if this hammer goes into force and see if this month can get tricked. All right. We know that Coca-Cola did it, right? Remember I showed you the chart on Coca-Cola? They did it even with the shooter down. Shooter down. Okay. 2-2 back up. All right. So Pepsi, I think Pepsi gets better. All right. I think the Pepsi gets a little bit better there. All right. So what's my next one there? Target. Target. Really stuck inside. Really stuck inside. 2 days. That's 2 up. You got it. You got it. You know, hammer up, shooter down. What does that mean? That means nothing. It means that here they are. Danced within each other. Either one goes into force. All right. Now, sometimes they do. Well, in this case, you got a shooter coming down. If it doesn't go into force and start to break down, then you're probably going to stay in the chop land that you're already in. All right. So Target, follow Walmart, and follow Costco. All right. And TJ Maxx. All right. I didn't look at TJ Maxx. She's a staple as well. It's really stuck. Another one stuck real tight. Big shooter down here for the month of June. Boy, June did not have. I love it. I love it. I love it when TJ Maxx comes down. All right, and it's already hammering back up on a short week. All right, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, nice day up. All right, so if we triangle out that little triangle right there, there might be more room to the upside with that new month inside. Be careful. Watch that one. All right, I'm going to add that one to my list here. I didn't have that one on my list. That was good. What is this one? Altria, Philip Morris cigarettes. Cigarettes. A lot of them. I do a little bartending. We got a lot of smokers. All right. 2-2 up on the day here, kind of stalled out. Look at Monday. Monday made the high of the week, and then just boom, and then tried to get back up, failed. All right, so stuck inside here. You're consolidating for a month and 2 days. All right, you're going to get out someday. Probably going to triangle out before you get back up, I think. All right, Mo, we'll see about that, Mo Green, Procter & Gamble. I don't know what's going on, Procter & Gamble. Kind of stallish. I've been barking about it the last couple days. I saw these 2-day come down, and I'm like, what the hell's going on, Procter & Gamble? Well, it had to puke out. It had to triangle out, and it did it. Now it's 2-1-2 back up. All right, party's back on. Look at the month. Look at how the week finished now. This is poised to take up, folks. All right, give me that 2 up. That's a thing. Give me that. I don't think you're gonna get a 3-1-2. I think you're gonna get a 3-2 up. All right, Procter & Gamble had to do the chop dance, had to do the break dance, and now maybe you've been freed. All right, Procter looks better to me, man. That definitely looks good with the inside month. All right, we'll see with that one. Okay, Procter & Gamble looking good. Prime Minister, PM, up $2.58, up 2.58% with the day up yesterday. Philip Morris now. I don't know what's Altria. They're 2 different companies, but they're both married to each other. So PM here, I think one of them is like the vapes or something like that. So 2 up on the day here. Here's your week, right? Monday, up day, puker down. Tuesday, triggered a lower low, and then the buyers try to, nobody's in control of anything here. All right, and you're still stuck inside the month. So look, until we get up through there or even get close to there, not much there to talk about on that one. Pilgrim Pride. All right, chickens been coming down heavy, baby. I love it. I love it. I love it with the 3 day now, with the 3 down. I've noticed that the price of chicken is starting to cease a little bit. All right. Ground beef has not. All right. Ground beef has not. I saw a little thing on the TV today. So people will be cooking more, people will be barbecuing more chicken than they will burgers or meats. All right. It's telling you something. Saving about what, maybe a buck and a half on a pound, something like that, whatever it is. It's enough to get something else. All right, so 2-2 back up on Pilgrim Pride on the week. You're still going to be stuck inside here for a while. It's not too far off, but I thought this week did not help anything. Nothing. Garbage. Staying inside month. Okay, so there's your month. There's your month. 1, 2, and toodaloo to you too. All right, just all it did was made the lower low. All right, Pilgrim Pride, not enough data. All right, Ralph Lauren, it's kind of stuck inside. Again, apparel is still costly, and that's why you're seeing some retailers not being able to get the stocks to move. They need margins to expand. Okay, and right now I think with the 2-2 down on the week, it could be setting up for a nice move lower to the downside. All right, so watch out on the apparel. And then some are just kind of a little bit better too. Lulu is also a staple. I love where it's coming from here. I really do. I'm just nervous that more of the same old crap is going to show up from Lulu. All right. They just tried to do so many things to create people, getting into the stores. That cost them this, and then they had to get a new CEO and they got a whole new board. But I think they're getting their act together. I see maybe 120-ish, maybe 122-ish. I wouldn't go any farther than that right now. I think you got a free ride up to. I don't even think you get that month here, but we'll see. All right. You got a nice hammer that's coming in here. You had a decent week because you had uh, Monday down from the previous, and then 3 day up. So that was sexy. All right. So Lulu, that one is inside as well. That one wasn't on my list though. Sam Adams, they ran out of beer. All right. How does Boston run out of beer? That wouldn't happen in Chicago. 2-1 inside on the week on Sam Adams. We'll see there. All right. I think she's struggling here. That's a struggle right there. The struggle's real. All right. So Sam Adams. So I don't know about that one, Sam. Smucker's Jam. Inside, looking better. All right. See if the jams and jellies can get some better margins and see if they can start to move those stocks back up a little bit. Tyson, chickens, just like Pilgrim Pride. All right. 2-1. We'll see how the sales go over 4th of July. All right. That could show numbers. That looks pretty good. I mean, look at those. Pivot machine gun on the weekly. Come on. I don't see it ripping up, but maybe incrementally moving up. All right, I'm going to finish with XLP. And the reason why XLP is a 1 because there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, about 24 to 25 stocks that are inside month. This is why. All right. XLP needs to start outperforming. All right. So we will. I'm going to 90 for sure. I think we're going higher. All right. So buy them on weakness. Buy them on weakness. Buy them on weakness. All right. And and if that's your philosophy of how you trade, and I don't know how you trade. I don't even know who you people are. But if you want to join the Discord, you can come in. I am going to start charging though for people to come in. I do a lot of work here. I do a lot of research. I take time to do things. Right? I got to get paid. So I hope everybody can understand that, and I'm sure everyone can understand that. Pretty simple, easy. All right. If I've helped you to make money, then I'm happy. All right. And and I want you to stay with me. And it'd be nice for me to pick up a couple of shekels here and there. All right. So XLP inside month, but I told you why it's inside month. All right, that's it, man. That's all I got. I wanted to talk about my staples. Walmart had a good move on Friday. That is a staple, but it's a two. What's the one thing that Walmart can be true? What is it? It can engulf the month. Yeah, that's right. She can engulf the month. Two Daves love this move with the piercing move here. Whenever you got that red bar and then that green bar taking up, that's called a piercing move. I like this move here. I was going to buy some on Thursday. But then I decided, no, I'm going to wait. All right. And Costco, too, another one that can engulf on the month. These stocks have been down pretty good. They're undervalued, and their margins are getting a little better. All right. Hey, have a great holiday. All right. Be careful with the fireworks. Don't blow anybody up. Don't blow up your neighbor. Uh, People get carried away with fireworks and stuff like that. All right. So everybody have a good 4th of July. Have a wonderful, wonderful holiday. And back at it on Monday, I guess. All right. Be good. Be good.